All right, we're ready to go here. Last quarter, Sydney by 2 goals. Ruckman almost trip over each other, and the clearance expert in the competition, Kennedy, first to arrive. Gleeson to Hurley. Great smother by Papley. And a boundary throw in.
That clearance by Kennedy, that was just brilliant, because Bell Chambers was the one that got his hand to it. He just read it better than anyone else and hit it with speed.
Bell Chambers again getting that tap. Heppel and Merritt and Watson, good hands all round. Back to Bell Chambers, quick release. Goddard, not a good handball. Papley gets a little bit on it. Reed, well done. Bagley getting back. And then Bagley, short. Gleeson careful with the ball to Watson. Watson with that familiar gait of his, good kick. Gets to Zaharakis. How quickly can they go on? Short to Langford, protected the footy. Daisy talked about the small forwards for the Bombers. They're 0-7 tonight between them, the three of them. They've had some shots, but they haven't had an impact. This man has looked very good, particularly in the first half. Stewart's kicked to Danaher, had to beat a couple, couldn't quite. Ball squeezes out, Zaharakis took the tackler. He knew what was coming, and he gets a stoppage 55 metres from goal. I'm with you, BT. I think it's almost an even money game here.
Yep. Let's see what happens right here. Bell Chambers just controlling the ruck knock there. Around the corner, Zaharakis. Here comes McKernan over the top. I think he might get the free. He does. McKernan's got, let's listen in.
Straight back, you're going back. I haven't touched him. Your left hand in the middle of his back. That's the line there, time back on.
Beautifully explained by the umpire. The left hand was in the back, and Heath Grundy maybe just telling a little porky pie to the umpire there about not touching him.
Okay, so McKernan's kicked one. Big goal this, to get it back within a goal. Needs to be aggressive in kicking the footy. Can't poke it. McKernan has gold. He's got it. He's got a couple, McKernan, and the Bombers are within a kick.
Well, he hasn't had a lot of the ball, but the last 2 goals have been big kicks for him. He's been in good form in the VFL, and that's why he's in this side. Obviously, hooker out, so he gets an opportunity, but the form in the VFL has been good.
He was aggressive with the kick, just as Brian said he should be. Good finish.
Let's have another look there. Yeah, well, the hand's in the back. As soon as the umpire sees that, doesn't matter how much force, you just can't put your hand in that position.
5 of the last 6 clearances to the Bombers. They're getting on top in the area that the Swans have dominated.
Kicked the last 3 goals, linking in 7 of the last 8 inside 50s until now. Back to that goal, and McKernan's been the quiet one, hasn't he? He's been the sleeper that's making a difference. Bagley held up. He'd had a pretty dirty night, McKernan, until halfway through the 3rd quarter. He's turning it around.
Always goes to show you can be having a bad night, but you can still influence the result of the game.
Franklin hasn't kicked a goal tonight. He's always scored at least 1. In fact, he's kicked 59 in his last 10 against the Bombers. She dropped it down, Kelly. Kennedy. No one has worked harder or as efficiently. Merritt couldn't quite. McKenna's been exciting. Zaharakis, they build here. Bagley goes back. Merritt normally sweep with ball in hand. Kicks to centre-half forward. 1-on-1. Fantasia tried. Danaher couldn't quite. Green got down low. Wonderful tackle. Didn't take him high. Ball in dispute. Stoppage. Good game of footy now, isn't it?
Powerful, wasn't it? Goddard was getting clobbered. Little things there that mattered.
Straight back.
Duck often talks about those. Plenty of them there. Now we're in the Bomber forward line. Kennedy, look at him. The only one that really wanted to go and get it. Hanbury shoveled it out. Hewitt, little kick outside. It was deliberate to Parker. Make no mistake. Now Parker sees the running Heaney wide. They eventually close him down. And Sydney now forced to kick over the mark. They've been allowing this lot a little present up. Papley did well to pick it up off his toes. Long ball. Heppel's lost sight of the ball. Very, very lucky that Newman didn't get more body in there. Now Hurley. Left foot. Long ball. Green's the only one standing on his feet there. Fell over McKernan. Lloyd picks it up. Got it in here to Mills. Mills goes long and high from the centre square. Franklin in the air. Got it. Against Hartley. Hartley curses himself. Might have been Smith involved back in the middle.
Been pretty good.
Plays on. Short ball to Jack and lessens the angle somewhat. Distance the same.
Well, that tells you where Buddy's confidence is at with his goal kicking. Just wanted to give that one off. Hasn't hit them at all well tonight. So give it to a man that has got more confidence.
So let's see. Jack will kick it just inside the 50. Huge kick. Every kick from here on in now is big time. Jack's got it off the boot okay, and it's there. Just got the journey. Or has it? Or has it? Okay. So this is very similar to the one last night. Wayne, I heard you talking about the padding. The padding is part of the goal, but it's not that really the concern. It's the fingers, isn't it?
Yeah. So last night the decision was the right one then. If that's the case, this one here is a bit trickier.
Gee, I reckon that has clipped the finger. I don't know whether I'm seeing things there.
I think it might have clipped the finger. It's whether it's past the post or not.
Yeah, and it's above the padding.
Yes.
So it's really only the thickness of the post you're talking about. Let's look at this. There it is there.
Oh.
I think it's past the post.
Complete.
This could go either way.
Let's go to the scoreboard.
Either way. We're waiting for the decision. Here it is. As the umpire called it.
Seven points the margin. Heaney did well, cut it off. Sydney get the stoppage again.
BT, you spoke before about the little things being important. John Longmire spoke after the Richmond win last week that they simply won the 50-50 contest. They won all the little things late in the game, and that's what got them over the line. That's what they're going to have to do again tonight.
Ball gets to the back. Heppel releases McDonald-Tipungwuti. Careful kick. Fantasia holds it up. Gets the troops back. That kick not good. Does it get to the line? It does. Milliken couldn't quite keep it in. But Essendon get it from one end to the other pretty quickly without a lot of pain. We've showed you that live ladder a few times. The consequences of the night. One of these teams in the 8 tonight. Both can't be.
Oh, you'll need to get it out.
Didn't. Free kick. Swans have got it.
Sinclair. With the free ball at half-back. He'll want to get it as far down the line as he can. He goes for the journey. Hurley nudging Reid under it, but the good reach of Reid. Almost earning the ball. Look how he kicks the arms free there, Kennedy. Got a ripping handball to Towers, and he butchered it.
He has had a massive night, Kennedy. Everything, he's just been so strong. He just stands up in everything. Able to find targets that others can't in that situation.
He's so good in that situation. Players hanging off him. Somehow he gets rid of it. Gee, McKenna going to the risky ball. Plenty of confidence there and gets it back again. Look at the little kick over the top. Sets Zaharakis free onto Goddard. Goddard to Razio Fantasia. And he's marked 30 out.
Again, it was Connor McKenna who opened the game up. Sensational. Took the risky kicks. And the game just opened for the Bombers after that. And a beautiful kick from Brendan Goddard on the left to Fantasia. Again, great attacking play.
Hey, plenty of footy to watch, isn't it? It's exciting.
25-9 before tonight. 0-4 for tonight. Here he is. Orazio Fantasia has got the goal. Bombers within a point. Fantasia gets his first goal. And the Bombers are closing fast. Risky, gutsy stuff by foot through the middle. McKenna, the one that's getting them the run off half back and prepared to take the risks. Fantasia.
Like Zach Tui and Pierce Hanley as well. Connor McKenna, just a superb kick of the ball for a man so new to this game, and that opened up that passage of play. Oh, look at that, the last 4 goals to the Bombers. They've got all the run and their brave ball use starting to get on top of this one.
Sinclair, aided by the bounce. McDonald-Tipungwuti played it well, running hard. Great tackle though, run down by Lloyd. Turnover, Melick, and that was big. Sinclair spreads it wide to Heaney. He's got one on here. Good kick to Towers. He butchered one a moment ago. Got to be careful here. Kicks to centre half forward. Bad kick. Heppel just picked it off. Parker was a bit slow to go. Heppel spreads it. Hurley. Howlett. Stewart's quick. We know that. He has to release it. Doesn't get around. Wonderful tackle, Rampy. Corralled him up. Hennebury with a bit of time. Little kick. Slow kick. Parker's hands. Terrific. Just thinking about John Worsfold sitting in the box. He knows all about close games against the Swans, old Johnny, doesn't he?
He does indeed. Johnny Longmire and Johnny Blakey there. Short ball, Hewitt. They're lurking, Sydney. They're ready to pounce. Towers. We know they've been tested under all sorts of pressure over a long time. We know they can handle that. But this Bombers are blistering when they go through the corridor. Off hands, here's Kennedy again for one of the few times. Had to go with the boot rather than the hands as they were locked up with the arms. Watson trying to bullock it out. Look at that. Kennedy just stole it. So strong. Little kick. Bagley. He just does those Bagley type things.
Taking some really important marks tonight, Bagley.
He reads it well, Duncan.
He does.
He gets to some courageous spots.
Sure does.
Puts himself in holes. Smith front spot, couldn't hang on to the mark. Zaharakis basically threw it away. Kennedy dropped it down. Mills held up. And the Bombers are right there. It's had the potential to be this all night. Even though Sydney have led by 2-3 goals a few times, you've always felt like Essendon have been right with them, and they are now on that scoreboard. Nothing in it. Hewitt, Kennedy. Swans wouldn't mind that siren going right now. What a difference 1 point would make to them. They would climb from 12th to 8th. They were 0-6. We left here, what, a month ago and said they couldn't make the finals when Hawthorn beat them. They were done. Well, I'm not sure if they can come back from a loss tonight. 5 losses in Sydney might be the killer. Here's Fantasia. Rohan. Oh, he's got him, your boy. He's got him, BT. He's a bit stiff. Newman. He's gone.
Well, probably should have paid the first one, but it doesn't matter because they've got it in the hands of the best kicker in the side in Merritt. Can he orchestrate something here? McDonald-Tipungwuti on the lead. His man slipped over. The moment Tipungwuti took off, Rohan went to the deck. No traction.
A couple of times that's happened now. There was that first tackle. Looked like he should have been holding the ball. Newman brilliantly tackled by 2 players.
It was Rohan that got back, and you're right, sometimes, well, yeah, he just got caught on the back foot.
That's when coaches go a little bit crazy about the boots they're wearing.
Sydney currently 8th. If he kicks this, they will be 12th. McDonald-Tipungwuti to put the Bombers in front. He has got the goal. McDonald-Tipungwuti has got it. 3 goals in the last quarter for the Bombers, and they arrest the lead by 5 points.
Kick the last 5.
Well, we talk about the speed of this Essendon team. That's what's concerning Sydney right now. And put stoppages on top of that, that's dangerous.
think about these fans and what they've gone through over the last few years, and look at that ladder right now. 3 wins last year, all the dramas, the controversy, the despair, the frustration, everything that's gone on, and right now they're joyful, aren't they? And those small forwards have kicked straight in the last quarter. 0-7, I think you said at three-quarter time, we said. And McDonald-Tipungwuti and Fantasia have both hammered goals. They're in front. McGrath, and now it's Sydney's turn to maybe come back. Have they got one more run in them? Ball in dispute, hasn't quite got out.
See Bagley in there?
Yeah.
Just doing things that you don't think they've got any consequence, but they just do something. I don't know what it is, Lingy. It's small, but it's something.
Yep, it's hard. It's ruthless footy. Solid defender.
Sydney, what have they got in reply? The Bombers by 5. Every contest from here on with 10 minutes remaining. It really does mean something. Great when footy's like that, isn't it? Free kick, Bell-Chambers. Clumsy by Naismith. Tom Bell-Chambers. Danaher wanting it short. Goes wide to Goddard. Plenty of space here. Langford comes up into that space. Been pretty good tonight, Langford, coming back into the side with McKernan. Goes down the line. Here is McKernan off hands again. Tipungwuti, foot candy like you wouldn't believe. Howlett got smothered. Got smothered and got pounced on and got caught.
Let's see if Sydney have got the same bounce and run that Essendon have got. They're slow, they're stagnant. No one's really moving. Forced to go lateral.
Have been for a while, Lingy, haven't they? Bombers have kicked the last 5. They look so much more dangerous. And I think nobody symbolises that better than McKenna. I reckon he's the guy that changed it all. That third quarter running goal.
Yeah, the contrasting styles. It's so evident sitting here watching it as we are. You see the Bombers, they just want to attack through the corridor. You see there Sydney wanted to play on, but eventually they go down the line. They don't come back through the corridor.
Sydney have had some tough Friday nights this year. Collingwood by a point they lost to. Hawthorn by a goal they lost to. Now they butter up here tonight. Trailing by 5 points. Bagley's high ball. Rampy read it well. Danaher, the big guy at the back, almost took the mark. It's been one of those nights for Joe. It's been okay, but it hasn't quite. A bit like Buddy. Langford, Watson, Langford. Great smother, Rohan. Ball still with Zaharakis. Gets a kick away. McKenna's down there. Collier. Yep, he's got it. They've kicked away. They've kicked the last 6.
Once again, it's the speed. It's speed that we talk about. Collier, McDonald-Tipungwuti, Fantasia.
Sydney can't keep up, can they?
No.
They cannot keep up right now.
Nope. And as soon as Essendon started winning at the coalface, that's when they've got on top.
They just scrapped and fought their way to win that ball, and then Collier with the fantastic finish. That run and speed in this last quarter has been scintillating by the Bombers.
First time the Bombers have led by more than a kick here tonight. It's 11 points. Zaharakis been in the middle of it. Merritt bangs it forward again. Here they come over the top. Mills at the back door. Just rounds it around the corner, gives Newman a little bit of a chase. He's under Orazio pressure. Fantasia did well. Little one, funny handball. Zaharakis, inside out handball. Green trying to get it to bend and bite. And it did a little, but not enough.
And the Bombers have not only evened up the clearances, they've started to get on top. 8-6 this quarter. Clearances for the Bombers. And then the run and speeds come from there. Duck, you're right. They've been able to take advantage of winning that first possession.
A couple of those Fantasia handballs tonight have been sublime. Gleeson had to keep it in. Franklin, can he play a part late in the match? Poor kick by Smith. McGrath read it best. Just feel like Essendon play with more imagination than Sydney too. Swans, we know what we're going to get from them. And their good players have been magnificent tonight, but those underneath don't play with a lot of imagination.
Still so reliant on Kennedy and Hanbury and Luke Parker as well.
Gee, that is a good mark from a guy we've talked a fair bit about in the second half, McKernan, to Goddard. Goddard's hands were good. McGrath's kick was good. He banged it forward. Green in the contest. Watson. It's a free kick, I think.
It's against Job, I think.
Yeah. You slid, took his legs out. I didn't touch his legs, you knee me in the head. He's standing up, you slide in and take his legs, it's a free.
Justin Smith having a giggle as well.
Oh. Might have a point.
I've got to say, I still don't know.
No, I'm not sure.
It may have been a Smith decision. Sinclair from half back. Hurley did well, muscling Reid under the footy. So the Bombers look all conquering. They can't afford to take their foot off the gas here at the moment because this team, Sydney, will bite you. Watson directing traffic with Danaher, and there's a free as well. Now this suits Joey's left boot here. Nothing to lose, he'll wind up.
Well, given that when he misses, sometimes he's got a bad hook. If he runs around BT, hits it towards the left post, if he gets a nice draw, you're right, it does suit.
And with 6 minutes to go, 12 points up, any score means 3 goals for Sydney. Joe Danaher, well within range. He unwinds. That is just going to miss. But a point that is incredibly valuable. 13 points now with 5 3/4 minutes remaining.
Well, that one just went dead straight. No draw on it at all.
Now Sydney have got to be brave with the ball. They've just got to take the game on. There can be no long kicking down the line. That's it. Take it on.
Lloyd does that, but no one's there, and Towers couldn't get into the contest, and Hurley so strong in the air, reads it so well. Heppel got the outside runner if he wants him, and Kelly. And he wobbles it forward, and McKernan takes a good mark.
There's a 50-metre penalty back here, Bruce.
Oh.
So it'll be Michael Hurley be having a set shot for goal.
Gee, okay.
Against Gary Rohan there.
Michael Hurley.
Infringing on the mark.
Not 100% sure.
No, I didn't see it.
Mark, here. 30 seconds.
He's kicked plenty of goals in his time. He was a swingman for a long time. Key forward at times.
He should take up the whole 30.
And kick a goal duck.
Yep.
He is. He's doing what you said, Duck.
Looks good. Looks really good. It's hard to believe, isn't it? They've kicked the last 7. I tell you what, the last couple of nights continued to turn this incredible season on its head. Hawthorn last night against the top team. And what, they're 4 goals down halfway through the third quarter, weren't they?
Yep. Started his career as a forward.
Yep.
Now one of the real gun centre-half backs. Well, they know what this win means for them. They've been through so much, as you've said, Bruce. 3 years of hell, really. And all of a sudden, now they're playing some great footy against last year's grand finalists.
Indeed they are. Mills through the middle, long ball deep. Swans need to get going. This may well be paid a mark. It's not. Gary Rohan is claiming it. Everyone's confused.
No, Michael had it first and then you grabbed it, Barry.
Okay, there you go.
Coming out here.
Beautifully explained by Jacob Mollison. Bell Chambers, Sinclair in front, did well to Hewitt, Buddy, Franklin, little poker, dropped again here this time by Rohan, soccer off the ground, got it for him. Now, we're just going to have...
Review. Umpire's call is a goal. We just want to see the 2 posts. Oh, they will, they'll do both. Yeah, check the touch off the boot. Yeah, check the touch off the boot, but also the post, please.
Can you do that? Can the players come in and request that? I'm not so sure.
No, they can't, but I'm sure the...
Nah, I don't think it was.
Didn't like it?
No.
It's hard one now. Sitting back and sliding in.
Okay.
No, it's hard for you guys.
Just got to... Unless it's obvious, we've got to, Unless it's obvious.
Hard to pay that, isn't it? So probably move on from that one and look at the original. So it's unusual that they're looking at both here. Goal is counted. Back to just a 13-point margin. Hey, listen, with 4.5 minutes remaining, still plenty of time.
For sure. Need the centre clearances. They had them most of the night, not in this quarter. They need to kick a goal probably in the next minute and a half. One more, and then she's on again.
It's not over.
It's enough time, isn't it?
Yep.
So this gives Sydney a lifeline. They're a long way back, we know that. There's enough time, though.
Yeah, no doubt about that. They've just got to take a leaf out of the Bombers' book, and that is just play on, go for broke. Yep.
Bell Chambers over the top. Watson v Kennedy. What a great duel. Watson did well, got him down. Green toe poked it forward. Fantasia's been so impressive. Stewart, McDonald-Tipungwuti, can he get involved? Well played, Rampy, just couldn't get a handle on it. Good give. Naismith, this is big. Hanbury on the up. He tried to ride the tackle. It was a great tackle by Goddard. He held him up. Free kick to Essendon.
You said that was big, Bruce, and it was by Goddard, wasn't it? He had to put his nose over it, and he did.
Keep going, Luke. You got 2 more, Luke. 2 more.
So Danaher told to go. The Bombers now trying to milk seconds off the clock every time they get it. Bell Chambers probably colliding with Naismith. Naismith been pinged for the Shepherd here. Illegal Shepherd. Ball's too far away, said umpire Justin Smith. Clock is ticking away here still. 3:28.
Move it on.
Told to go, so Bell Chambers gets it long and deep and slightly towards the pocket as well. Heaney and Mills. Mills off hands, here it comes. Lloyd will just go direct, but look at the Bombers getting behind the footy here. Gee, Gleeson's done so well for someone that's probably undersized in terms of weight. Gives it off to Hurley, good tackle, buddy. That'll be a free. They've got to go here. They've got to go. Franklin is going to go long and deep. He does now on the left. Got it over the top. Parker's taken the mark. Needs to be quick. Oh, boy, thought about playing on. He got the wheels in motion.
He's done the right thing now.
Looks for Franklin. Gives it off. Buddy from 52. Bending. Got it. Franklin. It's there. It's there. Buddy's kicked a miracle goal.
I believe it's behind. Can you check it was touching the line?
Oh, no, you disappoint me. It can't be. No finger there, I don't think. I think it's a goal. I think Buddy is going to get them back within 7 points. Oh, this one will tell us. It's over the line. We wait. Huge decision from the umpire sitting in the stands. What do you think, Bruce?
I think it's a goal.
Review complete. Decision on the scoreboard.
Behind.
Wow-wee. What about that? I'm not sure how you get that. Where was the touch?
And tries another go, Franklin, and the ball out.
Must have felt there wasn't enough evidence to overturn the umpire's decision, because don't forget the umpire's decision was a point. So perhaps they thought inconclusive. But gee, we all felt up here that was a goal.
Yep. Been a bit stiff with those in the last quarter with Kieran Jack on that one. That one would have made a massive difference.
Michael, yours.
So what a night here. I mean, we came here knowing how big this was for both teams. Sydney on a knife edge. They were toey before the game. Essendon with an opportunity to really make a mark. Speaking of Mark, Grundy, Heaney, One last roll, you reckon. Kicks to centre half forward. Belted away. Lloyd couldn't quite. Watson held up okay. Well done, Fantasia. Comes back from Mills. Mark taken by Hurley. He's played a wonderful, wonderful last quarter.
6 intercept marks from Michael Hurley this match. Been brilliant, and they've intercepted so well all night, the Bombers. Swans were doing it early, but the Bombers have controlled it. Terrific. Fantastic second half by the Bombers.
So Danaher, all the numbers now coming back here for the Bombers to try and avoid any late moments here. Howard pinned in the tackle, spills out. Kennedy's going to sink this long. Top of the goal square. I tell you what, Newman's at the back, almost takes the mark, recovers. He'll kick the goal. It's there. It's back on. It's on. There's no doubt about it, Biggie. It's on. The game's on because it's just a goal the difference.
The centre clearances have been huge all night. You've got one of the absolute best in the business in Josh Kennedy in the middle. The Swans could very easily pump this one inside forward 50 and kick another one. Fantastic by Newman.
So what do you do here if you're the Bombers? How many do you have back?
Plenty.
Plenty. Yeah, you've got to get numbers behind the footy, but it's all about this stoppage. Joe Watson tackled Kennedy last stoppage, last centre clearance. He was right with him. He's standing with him now.
Hanbury, Parker, Kennedy in the middle for the Swans.
One goal the difference. Time we know. But Merritt gets an important kick. Sydney have got numbers. Grundy gets it. Off they go. They can't make a blue. They've got the ball in hand. Mills goes long. Centre half forward. Oh, what a mark by Danaher.
Or was it Leo Barry?
Oh, what a mark. What a moment.
Danaher, long footy, still in it though, Sydney. It can easily come back from here, and guess what? Here it comes. Naismith winds up again. Look who's marked it. Look who's kicked it. Look how far out he is. Long ball. He misses to the right-hand side with 28 seconds left. Can the Bombers maintain possession? They are 5 points up, and there's a smother by Papley to keep him in the hunt.
And the Bombers have got to pack up this stoppage, just get numbers around it. The Swans somehow have to walk their opponents away and create just a little bit of space for someone to do their work.
It's come down to this last play. Bill Chambers, ball at the back, kick by Redby. Mark Rohan. It is unbelievable. It's an extraordinary night.
And he's going to milk the clock, so
they're going to win.
They won't have a chance.
They're going to win.
Can't miss this, can he?
Won't miss this. It'll be a 1-point win. They're going to be in the 8.
How did they do that from 19 points with 3 minutes or something?
They were 0-6. They're in the 8.
He can't believe it.
How lucky we are.
What a game.
I can't believe it. He can't believe it.
A crazy season gets even better.
What a bubble over.
Played 28 games, these two against one another here. 1 draw, 5 others decided by a point. There's just something about these two teams in Sydney.
seconds later, you've kicked the winning goal after the siren. How does that feel?
Yeah, it felt pretty good. We didn't give up at all in the last quarter, so we know we can run outside, so we dug in and got the 4 points, which is good.
There was a real sense those Bombers, they had fresh legs maybe coming off the bye, and it was really hard to get a hold of them in that last quarter. What did you do? They even got on top in stoppages. What did you do just to play out those last few minutes?
Yeah, they're a great side, and we knew they were going to keep coming, so we just got to stick with them when the momentum swung, and hopefully we got on the scoreboard when it was our turn. So we dug in and we come away with the win.
And what's the plan now? Do you believe you can make finals internally? Is that the talk amongst the group?
Yeah, we certainly believe that we make top 8, so next week against Melbourne, I think Friday night's going to be another massive game, so we'll enjoy this win, but we'll focus on next week.
Well, good luck and congratulations tonight.
Thank you.
Amazing stuff. Incredible. I mean, the twists and turns in this match tonight, it was hard to keep up. Beaten, gone, got back. That was the Bombers. And then it was the Swans. Beaten, got back.